Egypt has strongly condemned Israel's recent statements suggesting the establishment of a Palestinian state on Saudi territory, calling the remarks irresponsible and unacceptable. In an official statement, Egypt asserted that such comments directly violate Saudi sovereignty, contravene international law, and breach the UN Charter. Cairo reaffirmed that Saudi Arabia's security and sovereignty are red lines and described Israel's remarks as reckless, undiplomatic, and an affront to Palestinian rights. Egypt has called on the international community to denounce these provocations and uphold the principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to stabilizing the ceasefire in Gaza, ensuring the full implementation of its terms across all three phases. In a phone call with Portuguese Foreign Minister Paulo Rangel, Abdel Ati stressed the urgency of addressing Gaza's worsening humanitarian crisis. He emphasized the importance of ensuring that Palestinians remain in Gaza during the early recovery and reconstruction phases. The foreign minister also reaffirmed Egypt's stance on restoring Palestinian rights, including their right to self-determination and the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati and his Ugandan counterpart have emphasized the importance of continued coordination between their countries in regional and international forums, particularly ahead of the upcoming African summit. During a phone call, Abdel Ati highlighted the need to schedule the second round of political and technical consultations this month to advance mutual interests and strengthen bilateral cooperation. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has reaffirmed Egypt's ongoing support for Mozambique's efforts to combat terrorism, adopting a comprehensive approach that includes security, military, intellectual, social, and developmental strategies. During a phone call with Mozambique's foreign minister, the two officials discussed arrangements for the first round of political consultations between their countries this year. They also addressed key areas of mutual interest, including preparations for the upcoming African Union summit. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati and his Seychelles counterpart have discussed ways to align positions on key regional and international issues to strengthen African unity and cohesion in addressing current challenges. The two ministers emphasized the importance of enhancing consultations ahead of the upcoming African summit to ensure mutual interests for African nations and to advance sustainable development efforts across the continent. Egypt's Assistant Foreign Minister for Climate Change, Environment and Sustainable Development, Ambassador Wael Abdelmegd, has participated in a UNCTAD session discussing the outcomes of COP29 and their impact on global development efforts. During the session, Abdelmegd stressed the critical role of climate finance in tackling climate change and voiced dissatisfaction with COP29's funding goals. He underscored the need for grants instead of loans and called for the preservation of multilateral climate frameworks to ensure an effective global response to the climate crisis. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has reaffirmed the government's commitment to settling dues owed to foreign partners to support production growth and mutual benefits. During a visit to the Zohr natural gas field north of Port Said, Madbouli expressed full support for international energy companies to continue drilling and exploration activities, emphasizing Egypt's dedication to expanding its energy sector.